Butter Vision. What up, dope? And welcome to the season finale of Unsportsmanlike Conduct, the show with a bunch of handsome men's arguing about sports. On today's episode, Danny Fairman, David Goodman, Keith Caggiano, Olu Alemoru, and Kamau Talbott. And now, one more time for the people in the back, here's your host, J.D. Butter!
What up, y'all? It's your man, J.D. Butter, back with part 2 of our 2-part season finale here on Unsportsmanlike Conduct. And you see what I got here. If you missed last episode, which we just taped, you don't know that we just had a trivia contest where the losers were doing some shots. So that's what you're getting here. That's what you're getting here for part 2. We just had a bunch of shots. Now we're going to do part 2 of the episode. So let's get right into it. And let me tell you what we're doing here today. We are not arguing a sports debate. As this is the last episode of Unsportsmanlike Conduct, we are arguing why we deserve to win the season. So each of us will be making an argument talking about what we've done here, what we've accomplished this season, and why you should vote for us. And each of your votes for this episode, quintuple points. 5 times points, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get right into it. Let's get these cats in here. And just like I did in the last episode, I'm going to bring them in order of who's leading. So I'm going to start it off with our current points leader, my man, Mr. Danny Fairman in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get him in here. There he is,
hey!
Our points leader. Two shots in, I think, right? Because
Two shots.
Yeah, I won one of the rounds, so I only had to do shots twice instead of 3 times like some of those losers.
They suck.
Now we got to give it up to Goodman though. He did beat us in a.
I don't have to give anything to an Eagles fan ever.
David Goodman narrowly defeated me and Danny in a quiz-off, a 1-minute quiz-off, barely beat us
Barely.
to win the episode.
Tough questions
But,
at the end.
Whatever. We're going to dominate him. Once you hear me making my pitch about why I deserve this season, it's over. It's done. So let's get the rest of these clowns in here so I can close it out. Next up, my man, the doctor of general knowledge, speaking of the devil, Mr. David Goodman in the house, ladies and germs. Let's bring him in. He's coming. He's joining, as it says, to use the vernacular of Zoom.
What the?
Oh!
The force is strong with this one, folks.
This is the craziest one yet, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this guy, granted, he did, as I mentioned already, Dave, I have given you credit for winning the trivia, the drunken trivia episode narrowly over me and Danny in a 1-minute quiz off. But props to you. We're going to dominate you here. Next up, let's bring him in.
It's been a long season, man. It's been a long season.
Agreed.
Our very own Zen master, my man, Mr. Keith Caggiano in the house, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Bringing him in. You see, there he is. Yeah, Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen. Have they closed it out yet? Is it over?
They have. I just watched it. It's 48 to 19.
Wasn't that last week? Wasn't that game last week?
No,
Yeah, but I haven't talked to Keith since then. So.
Right. The game because it was last week's game.
No, they know what's going on. They know what's going on here. They know we just taped the previous episode.
I'm gonna change my shirt.
We've had some shots. Dave's drinking a cigar or smoking a cigar. Excuse me. He's not drinking a cigar. He's smoking one.
That's good.
He may drink it later, though.
All right.
You never know.
All right. Next up, all the way from the shores of Manchester, England, and I actually went out of order because Olu actually is in second place coming into last episode. We'll see what happens after I compute the numbers. I don't think he did very well in the trivia episode, personally. No. If I recall correctly, I think
I think he was blaming the host.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'll be sure to let her know. Next up, my man, Mr. Olu Alemoru, ladies and gentlemen. Bring him in all the way from the shores of Manchester, ladies and gentlemen. There he is.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. Hi-ho, boy.
Good morning, dude.
How you doing, old chap?
I'm good. Hey,
right. You know, we were just talking about how, you know, going into the previous episode, the drunken trivia episode, you were in second place. I don't know, once the numbers from that trivia episode are computed, I don't know what might become of you in the standings, my man.
Yeah, but the questions were not happy, not favorable to a Brit. So.
Yeah.
No cricket questions.
No cricket.
Bring that up with the host.
All right.
You can join the Stop the Steal program with me too.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. All right, Lou. Before we get into our final arguments, let's bring in our man with the gift of gab. We call him K. Millie, Mr. Kamau Talbott in the house, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Oh, he's chilling at the beach, y'all. What's good? Mr. Millie, what's happening, son? You gonna...
You already know where I'm at. I'm at the beach right now in the middle of the dark while it's light.
Yeah.
All right.
You must be in the dark, because otherwise how would you have picked that hat?
Oh! Wow. Danny never misses a trick, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, that's
that hurt
so
deeply.
cold.
Especially since they good.
That is
the
cold.
owner of our team is wanting to quit.
Really looking. The NFC East is on you, Fairman.
Woo, that is cold, Danny.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Let's get into this because it's very exciting. I'm very excited to hear what these cats are talking about, America. And then we're gonna put it in your hands. But these guys, I know they're all going to make very compelling cases. You've watched Unsportsmanlike Conduct, the 8 of you that watch it. All
I thought it was
season,
7.5.
You've seen how we get down, all right? So now it comes down to this, America. And you guys don't know this. I said in the open, ladies and gentlemen, I'm making the votes worth quintuple on this episode. 5 times. Because how you represent yourself, how you represent what you've accomplished this season, what you've done with your arguments, how you've dominated the competition. That should be worth a lot. All right? So we're making it 5 times points, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like dialogue. I spit hot fire.
Big time. All right. Well, we're about to see how hot the fire is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start it out since he's talking all that mess. Let's start it out with our man, Mr. K. Millie Kamau Talbott. Let me set up the clock for 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes. Do it, baby.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy K. Millie. As you guys know, that there's probably like 5 guys on here, and there's only 5 guys that's great. K. Millie, K. Millie, K. Millie, K. Millie, and K. Millie, because I spit hot fire. My arguments were the best.
Wow.
My athletes were the best. My quips were the best. Without me, how would this show even go on? So look, understand, you should vote for this face right here. I don't need 2 minutes. All I need is a few seconds. Because that's what she said.
I I mean, okay.
Why didn't you drink before every episode?
Yeah, that's great. I agree. I agree.
Should we drink? All right. I got my ice pick. Tasty.
Is that the same ice pick from last week?
Fresh ice, everything.
I have to, like, wow. That was what he did all season, dude.
Yeah.
It's like half the time you don't even know what he's talking about, but it's so like, oh, wow, and this and that, and you're like, wow, yeah, totally. Yeah. I get it. And then you're like, wait, what was he talking about?
Hey, I just got us our 9th viewer right now.
All right. He didn't even use, he used like a minute. So the pressure's on you cats. Let's see what Mr. Alemoru is talking about from the shores of Manchester, England, UK. All right, 2 minutes, my man, do it.
Okay, folks. Obviously, the international man of sport has to win the whole shebang. I mean, who has brought a global audience to JD Butter's show? There's only one guy, the African Englishman, the AE, who's been consistent. And you folks know the time difference. I'm up here like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning for your benefit. So all you have to do is vote for the AE and make this show a global international event. That's it. End of story.
Wow. These guys are coming confident and cocky, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
But that's from the heart. That was from the heart. I felt that.
I like it. No, I like what he's talking about.
I think that was from the bottle.
And I especially like, because it's true, my man has been up in the middle of the night for you, America.
Yeah.
All right?
That's
so
true.
you're all over here in America talking about, let's do it in the middle of the day. And others like, it's 3 a.m. for me. So, give him some love, ladies and gentlemen, but not as much love as you're going to give the Butterman. Next up, my man, straight out of Buffalo, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear from my man, Mr. Keith Caggiano. Let me set up the clock.
KCZ.
2 minutes. Do it.
Okay.
All right, you're up.
Now, let me be honest. I came in here to do it a different way. I came in here to do the backstories behind the fabrics of these sports stories, not just the headlines here. I came to bring you the science behind these things, to find these other stories and bring them out to make these interesting. And that's what I've done here from Mike Tyson's Godfather, revenge for Muhammad Ali, to the science behind how punches work, to the best rivalry, one of the best rivalries never talked about back Marino Kelly time when that was deciding, the Super Bowl back in the 90s too. We got so many of these fabric things, and that's what I did. I work hard to come up with these good stories for you people. So I vote for Keith. Vote for Keith for this, for the underdog from Buffalo.
Wow. All right. Wow. Everyone's like, I don't need 2 minutes. Like, excellent. All right. And I will, and I've talked about this a little on the show, and I'll give it up for Keith because, Keith was kind of trailing the pack for about half the season, and he really did well with that Mike Tyson Godfather saga. Also got a lot of dat for the science of the punching power argument. So good stuff from our man out of Buffalo, Mr. Caggiano. Still not don't vote for him over me, but we'll let the rest of these cats talk too. Let's go to Mr. Fairman. Mr. Fairman, of course, is known for cheating, known for tugging at the heartstrings. All right, he's known for putting together some exceptional packages, well edited. So Mr. Fairman, let's see what you're talking about here. 2 minutes. Let's do it.
All right. It's an easy argument.
Oh, right, fine. Let's go.
You have to look at the whole body of work all season long. First of all, I am the production specialist. All right. I brought this show into the year 3000. Right? Let's not forget the famous Soul Glow commercial. Come on now. From there, I started a little slow, give you guys a chance. I brought up Eli Manning, as the best fourth quarter quarterback.
Classic.
Hold on.
That was the best
points off now.
rope-a-dope. Listen, let me finish. That was the best rope-a-dope you'll ever see. You guys are all, Fairman's got nothing. He's already starting off with Eli Manning. Then from there, I brought you Michael Cage, which was, you guys were a little surprised with that. It was a good selection, underdog. Nobody thought I'd come with Michael Cage. But from there, it just got devastating for you all. Miss Whitney Elizabeth Houston, and then Jim Valvano. I pulled all the heartstrings. There wasn't a heartstring left to be pulled after I came on. And then I rekindled the old rivalry of Billy Martin and George Steinbrenner. Nobody saw that coming. Muhammad Ali, everybody loves Muhammad Ali, but I brought you the best question in sports. What if Muhammad Ali boxed for those 3 years? That's it. If you didn't take those 3 years off, that's kind of like, what if I wasn't on this show? You'd only have 2 viewers. All right? And then I wrapped it up with sweetness. You can't argue. You cannot argue. I'm the winner, and there's a reason for it. So just pile on the votes. I'm here for you.
Wow. All right. Fairman, again, ladies and gentlemen, I swear to God, you would
Use this
really
whole entire
think
2 minutes. 1 minute and 59 and a half seconds.
right? You would really think that the winner of this season gets like $250,000 or something for the effort and thought
Wait, we don't?
that Mr. Fairman puts
Hey,
into it, but
pesos.
I can't be mad. I can't be mad. I'll wait until the rebuttal to be mad.
JD is paying us in crypto.
Oh, look. All right.
Look at
Mr.
that
Goodman.
player face right there, though.
Mr. Goodman. Wow. Why so serious?
Looks like he works at William Morris.
Right?
CAA.
2 minutes, Mr. Goodman. Do it.
This is all about, like Danny tried to do, the greatest hits. You trust this guy, right? You trust this guy. Now let's start at the beginning. Now let's remember one of the things we talked about was wanting to be Hat Guy. Remember there was Hat Man, right? And we had Hat Man. Right? We pulled all our teams in, right? We pulled all the teams in. We pulled them in. We had Hat Man. We had teams after teams after teams after teams. I mean, we just kept having teams. And let's just remember that next year is the 20th anniversary of Gang Tapes. Okay, but that's not important. What is important is greatest hits. We had him. We had the best knockout of all time. We had the best team of all time. We had the best clutch hitter of all time. We had the best three-point shooter of all time. Hey, anybody else throw in the Dodgers bullpen? I don't think so. We had the best nickname of all time. Hey, this guy, remember? Right here. This guy. Who else knew? Oh, come on, man. We had the best hair of all time. Who else was wearing costumes, boys? Who else? Nobody. And we have a pickle.
Nobody.
I don't even know what the pickle is for. And you know what? That's all I need. Everybody, vote for DG. All right? That's all I ask. This guy.
Wow. Wow. All
Is
right.
that David Guetta?
All right. Not bad, Mr. Goodman. Not bad. Not bad. All right. It's time for a little final butter time, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to start the clock right now. I'm not going to bother recounting my greatest hits. If you go back and look at the record, the consistency, like the logic of every choice that J.D. Butter gave you, like it's right in the fucking margins, man. And I used the F word for the first time this season to drive that point home. Every choice was choice, let's say, all right? But none of that's really important, man. You know what's important? I'm J.D. Butter, all right? That's all you need to know. I'm the personality of this joint, man. And you know what? David's talking about, I'm the only one who did costumes. Actually, I gave you Don King. I gave you tuck shirts, all right? I gave you the Lakers jerseys when the Lakers had just won the championship. I stayed topical. I stayed in the margins, but I gave it to you all with the personality. Mwah! The abundanza of JD Butter, ladies and gentlemen. That's me. The reason for the show, the jerseys hanging in the background, the lively personality of unsportsmanlike conduct. Vote for me, JD Butter. Look back. My mom is like toasting to me right now. She's she's like, more tequila. She's like,
I like your celebrity endorsement. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate that.
But seriously, I just challenge you to go back and look at all my choices and listen to the argument solidly, the logic, the compelling data, and then the personality on top of it. Forget about it. JD Butter. D-Town. Done.
Where's your mic at? Drop that mic.
Yeah, right? All right. All right. So now we get in the rebuttals. This should be good. This should be good.
Yeah.
Let me reset the clock for 1 minute. I can't wait.
We drinking anytime?
Oh, you want to? Should we do one more? All right, let's do one more for all the fans.
Bring it on.
One more what?
Can't even hold my Costco bottle.
I need to go eat. Come on, let's get this done.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. The third one went down pretty easy, actually. All right, 1 minute, the clock.
Cheers.
Let's start it off with Mr. Talbot. 1 minute, do it.
I don't really have any rebuttals. Like I told you, there's only 5 people for you to vote for. K. Millie, K. Millie, K. Millie, K. Millie, K. Millie. Period. All these other guys?
Wow.
Cricket.
Wow. Wow. All right. 19 seconds rebuttal.
Hey, I'm in there. I'm in and out.
I don't know.
I'm in and out, bro.
That's what she said.
I know.
All right. Mr. Goodman, let's hear what you got by way of the rebuttal tip. 1 minute. Do it.
Well, all right. So, listen, these are 5 beautiful men. And I mean, beautiful.
That's the truth, baby.
Keith, what are you talking about the 90s for? That's not how you remind people how good you are. JD, Abundanza, that's a sneaky push at your sauce videos, okay? No mixing the shows here. This show. Okay, this show.
Shameless plug.
Right?
You're right.
Right. Now, I will give him this. He did tell everybody to go back and watch the shows, which is good because we need people because remember, we have 8 viewers. Danny, you're a cheater. Okay? Okay, Millie, you gotta have some kind of hit back on people, right? I mean, you can't be too nice. Nice guys finish last.
Broke more than your heart.
Olu,
I don't know about that.
Olu, go to sleep. Olu, go to sleep. It's late. All right? It's late for you there. All right? Just remember, I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm actually 55. And this guy.
Wow. Did you stage and take that picture just for this? My God. Now okay. I'm not going to say anything right now. I'm going to wait until my rebuttal. Yeah. I'm going to wait until
Hey, by the way, if I had, just so before, this is not rebuttal. If I haven't mentioned it, next year, 20th anniversary Gang Tapes, go out and watch it.
Yeah, I will second that since I was a music supervisor. But moving on. Yeah, Mr. Caggiano.
Know that. That's crazy, guys.
All right.
Mr. Caggiano, you got 1 minute. Now, of course, Keith always goes very zen with his rebuttal, so let's see what he's got. 1 minute, do it.
Normally I go zen, but I got to tell you something. I'm about to get litigious on this. I'm about to get litigious stuff in here. There's a lot of
big words. Big words.
We got off topics. We got so many off topic stories, wrong things that went on through the course of the season. They'll all be in the paperwork when we file our complaints. But also, on top of it, JD, you went Milli Vanilli, and that's the point's got to go. The Don King was good. It was good. Why couldn't you do it live for us? Could have done it live for us. And I got to tell you, I bring the soul to people. I bring what people want to see. That's why I'm going to remind you, of what really matters.
Wow. Cheerleaders. Head
I
there.
brought the cheerleaders. I told you I was going to bring the cheerleaders. Now I'm going to bring the lawsuits.
Not
Wow.
gonna bring the
Where are
lawsuits.
the girls? Where are the girls? There we go.
All right. Well.
Vote for Keith. I bring you the
Good.
science. I bring you the ladies. I bring the lawsuits too.
All right. Well,
that's.
I love the
individual.
last guy. I love the last guy. Ugh. That's my favorite.
all right. Well,
And
that was a rebuttal, I guess. Mr. Fairman, what do you got, my man?
Okay, I'm just gonna go down the list here. You cannot vote for the cheap talent director for Abercrombie and Fitch up there. That's just weird. Yeah. If anything, you can give a couple votes to Keith. I feel sorry for the Bills too.
We just won 48.
Olu somehow sleeps through this whole thing and gets the most votes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, Millie. Okay, Millie. I'm gonna send you a new hat. I'm gonna send you a new hat, and it's gonna have that big star, and it's gonna say last place. Just like your votes on this show.
Wow.
JD, like I
That
said, JD, thank you for making quarantine a little more fun.
indeed.
However,
But
your shameless guest host is not going to get you the votes. What gets you the votes is bringing this show into the 3000s. Danny Fairman, cheater extraordinaire.
All right. Wow. All right. AE. On the rebuttal tip, you got 60 seconds, my man. Do it.
Okay. I want to thank my American panelists. They have been entertaining to a point. But you've got to realize that the 10, 20, maybe 30 viewers who are watching are coming from my people.
My
Europe,
man.
Africa. I've got peeps in Australia. They're here. They're here for the African Englishman, the suave accent, the charm, and the cheeky chappy wit. And that's all I need to say.
Wow.
I'm winning. And JD, it's been a great ride, but you're not. You're coming second. So over and out.
They don't know. They don't know.
That's pretty aggressive for the African Englishman, ladies.
I
and
know.
gentlemen.
that definitely was cheeky and chappy.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
scared.
definitely taking the hammer out.
I think
am
we
scared.
rubbed off on them. Not in a good way.
All right. As it should be, JD Butter's going to close up shop. 60 seconds. I'm just going to break it down like this. Danny is clearly a cheater. So, why would you ever vote for a cheater? All right. David Goodman really was trying to win with a lot of pyrotechnics with all the different costumes and the backgrounds and all that. But, his choices and arguments were questionable at best. A lot of went with a lot of stats that would blind you, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll vote for David because of the stats. Kamau, as we said earlier, incredible gift of gab. All right, but I can't remember one choice he made this entire season. The African Englishman is trying to win on being suave and debonair, which I am, but with personality.
Minus the accent.
And Keith, I'll give him some credit for thinking outside the box, but when you're thinking outside the box, you're outside the box. JD Butter. Do it. There it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, America, that 10 or 12 of you that are watching, now it's up to you, all right? Because something bad is going to happen to, some people on here. Somebody's going to be, I don't know, standing on Melrose in a dress and, a wig and some makeup, holding a sign. Somebody is going to have to, work as someone's valet for like 24 hours. Like something crazy is going to happen. And it's all up to you, America. You get to decide. So as I said earlier, quintuple points here. So America, James Lovelace, who I know is watching this, Dave Miller, I know you're watching this because you talk about it all the time. You can vote and throw this whole season into disarray. You can take it. You can steal victory from the jaws of defeat from Danny Fairman. Yeah, do it. You can move me from third place to first place. You can move David from fourth place to first place. Or who knows? Maybe Kamau's gift of gab is so crazy that he gets enough votes this episode to
be like, you get to talk this whole time. Wait a minute. Why are you talking the whole time? What is the deal? How'd that happen?
I'm getting people excited and juiced to vote for
Will Ferrell in here. Why isn't he guest hosting?
Because he gets the people going.
Get them excited, man. So it's up to you, America. So vote in the comments or vote in the comments of a Facebook post if you see that and decide who is the winner here. Let's give it up for this great panel, Mr. Danny Fairman in the house. The Doctor of General Knowledge, Mr. David Goodman. My man straight out of Buffalo, Keith Caggiano. African Englishman, Olu Alemoru. Kamau Talbott. And let's also give it up to everyone else who appeared, if I can remember them off the top of my head. Tyrese McKnight, Damon Naeem. Help me out, folks. Theo Wilson. Robbie Day, ladies and gentlemen. My mom screamed that from the other room, ladies and gentlemen. Rafael Bracero.
Yeah.
Who else? I think that's about it. If we forgot you, we'll mention you in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Until never.
Next year.
Next season.
Next season.
Actually, well, no. There's going to be an awards banquet where I announce the final winner.
Oh, okay.
So, man. That's going to be like a 5-minute episode.
I got it right.
I will accept my trophy.
How many guests do we get to bring to the banquet?
It's COVID, man. We can't bring anybody.
Yeah, no guests.
David.
Hey, this is Zoom. I can bring it. I'm bringing my mom.
I can't even bring Zoom guests.
I dare you to not give me that when my mom comes on. I dare you.
No guests.
As long as she has a mask on, she can come.
That's what she said.
Hey,
until never, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this season of Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Tune in to watch our exclusive awards banquet, when I will announce the winner of this episode. And I'll have a couple of other kind of special awards that I'll give away for performances that were awesome during the season. Until then, I've been JD Butter. Peace.